I also want to echo what Jillian just said about your generosity. Nothing that we do here would happen without your generosity. That's your finances, that's your time, that's your prayers, that's you showing up for worship moments and so many other things. And so thank you for the ways that you do that, the ways that you engage one another when we're here, and the ways that you reach out to community partners and people that you've never met and are never going to see again, in Jesus' name. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so lots more of that coming in the coming year. I too wanted to say a word of thanks to staff. And so we have an older staff picture here. And so since this picture was taken, Miss Paula has retired, right? And Miss Lisa, she's retiring too, but there's some other exciting things in the wings here that are already happening. And so Chris Thompson has stepped in as financial manager. Through your generosity, we were able to hire a facilities coordinator, Justin Duty, fantastic, he's over here, so exciting. And then Nicole Wells stepped into preschool director, and while the preschool is not completely a part of Lord of Life, we share all kinds of things, and what a beautiful thing that is. And then how amazing it is to have Tracy here. I don't know where she is. Maybe she's over there. Yeah. And so for her in this in-between time to say, oh yeah, I'd love to set up camp at Lord of Life two weeks a month is so exciting, and what an opportunity for us to learn and grow together. So thank you to staff that make my job so fun most days, and for the vibrancy that collaboration is together. What a gift. I would love to go through and thank all of council and everybody that volunteered for every little thing all year long, but we would be here all day because so many of you do so much in a regular way, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, some of the big things that we had as priorities for last year are done or almost being done, and so some of those things are the sign. You might remember that we shared kind of a first look at our meeting last year. There's a cross and some sculptures that are going to be coming to match this sculpture here, hopefully before the end of the year, that are going to be out there, as well as lights. So if you've been here at night, you notice it's not lit right now. So you're like, is this the church? I think so. Okay, yeah. And so that is coming. Landscaping just happened this week, and it's not completely done. There's a tree that's going in the back for Paula that the preschool board purchased. We do have 2 ginkgo trees that were put in right out by Tylersville Road in memory of Tam Wyke. The Al-Anon group purchased those. And so even in the landscaping stuff that's happening here, it's collaborative and showing how we're growing in faith and life together. And then also somebody else is going to talk about parking lot and sound system and stuff, but those are exciting things that happened this year too. And then also a big thanks to Jillian Campbell and Sarah Norman for all their help doing the sabbatical stuff. If you didn't hear, I'm going to be gone next summer for some time of refreshment and renewal, and some of you are nervous about that and have lots of questions about that, okay? No, Tracy is not automatically our new pastor who is coming. Some people have been asking about that. She also is not a seminary intern. Some people have been asking about that. She's been serving parishes and hospice and universities for 20 years. So if you're like, wow, this intern's preaching skills are top notch. Yeah. 20 years of practice, baby. So there you go. And so the sabbatical, you're going to hear this again, but I'm going to tell you now, please do not disappear this summer. Just because I am taking refreshment time. I mean, you can go on vacation and stuff. That's okay. But don't think, oh, Lowell's not there, so I'm not going to go all summer. We need you here. We need you volunteering. We need you to continue to support financially ministry that's here, and we need your bodies here as we welcome other people. We don't know who is going to be filling in for me, but and I am not interviewing for another call or thinking of retiring. This is for me to go to the gasoline station and fuel up my tank for many, many more years at Lord of Life. Okay, cool. And then the final thing for me to say, I'm doing good, 5 minutes. Lord of Life has a history of interns. We've had 7 interns. 5 of them have been since I've been here. So if you're like, man, I don't remember those first 2 people. Yeah, well, they were more than 12 years ago that they were here. So that might be why. And so in my 11 and a half years here, we've had 8 years that we've had interns. And it's fantastic. It's great learning and refreshment for me. It's good for all of us. It's a great place for student pastors to fail. Which we kind of experienced this past year a little bit. And so it's the hard thing about that is every time a new intern shows up, we lose some of the momentum that we've gained and we have to start over. And so over the last year or so, council has been talking, and I agree with them, that it's time for us to keep that momentum going. And so if you missed it in the paperwork, in the social media posts, in our conversations that we've had around here, our hope, part of your vote today, an affirmative vote for the mission spending plan includes money to hopefully move forward with a permanent full-time associate pastor. So any questions about that? I know you must be wondering timeline, which we don't know. I have a conversation with the Synod tomorrow at 1:30. Whether it passes or doesn't pass today will determine what our conversations are, but they're ready to get going. We are ready to get going. It will probably be next fall before there's somebody here on the ground. So other questions about associate pastor things? Seriously? What? How many years of experience for the associate? That totally depends. Kurt asked, how many years of experience are we looking for? It totally depends on the person. And the way the process sort of works is we will assemble a call committee, which will be a core group of people that commit to a long journey together about reading lots of paperwork and talking to a lot of candidates, hopefully. I am not part of that call committee, but staff will have conversations with that person as the list kind of gets whittled down, and it really depends on the person. So if you think about some of our interns that we had, some of our interns already had lots of life experience and screaming skills at all kinds of stuff, and others need a little bit more help along the way. And so we are hoping that we will still be able to teach somebody something and they'll be able to challenge and teach us, but we want somebody that's going to hit the ground running for the ministry stuff that we're up to. Yeah, Kurt, again.
So, I'm not familiar. Is there like Indeed online for associate pastors?
Oh, yeah. Our council president goes on Tinder for pastors and just swipes one way or the other. Yeah. No, what it is when the call committee is created, we will have lots of small group conversations about what we think our priorities are in looking for another leader. The people who are out there looking for calls are creating their profile, what they think their skills and gifts and our experience are. All that goes to our Southern Ohio Synod, and they don't play matchmaker, but they say, this might be somebody that you should talk to. Pray about it, listen to the Holy Spirit, have a conversation. And so it's not like some other denominations where they say, here is your new person. No, we have lots and lots of say. In the same way, there's many in this room who were on my call committee many years ago, who talked to other pastors, and eventually it came down that they asked me to come. Yeah, so good question. Yeah, Allison. We're going to talk about that. What would some of the duties of this pastor be? Yeah, do we just want them to be another generalist, kind of like I am, and doing all kinds of things, and so we just share everything? Or do we want this person to be focused on a handful of ministries? We'll have lots of conversations and talk about that. Yeah, great question.
Will that exclude, moving forward, will that exclude the possibility of having interns?
Probably for a while, because it's more than twice as much money for a called person, even as a first called somebody right out of seminary. That full package right now for salary, for housing, for benefits, for continuing ed, all that stuff, somebody coming out of seminary who's a brand new baby pastor is $95,000 right now. which is why we're asking for 71 in the budget this year. That's only part of a year. Yeah. And so it would be quite a while before we would be able to absorb the impact of a full-time called person and another intern. Yeah, good question. Yeah, Dan.
So you will be making that call Monday, the mission spending plan has passed.
It passed?
Now, we don't have all the other results, but the mission spending plan.
Yeah! All right. Thank you. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, thank you. You should still vote if you didn't vote though, right? For the candidates, right? Yeah, so if you didn't vote, please still vote for candidates. Deanna. You can vote against the mission spending plan, but not going to pass. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right.
This may be something you're not able to answer, but in general, does the Senate have any information about people that may be candidates for this? Are they generally people that are younger, we'll just say 22, 24, or are they people that are like some of our top prior?
Yeah. Great question. Can we assume that that this next person is going to be younger or something like that? You used to be able to assume that because there would be a lead pastor, whatever, and then there would be an associate. I'm completely open to being co-pastor with somebody and sharing everything. Also, there are all kinds of folks who have a big life shift, who have all kinds of experience of living life, but then they feel the call to seminary who could easily be older than me or whatever. Yeah. So we won't know that for some time. These are great questions. Yeah, Kimberly. Rick Ponton will probably not be a possibility. There's a congregation voting on him as their pastor next Saturday. Yeah. And he doesn't want to wait a year. He graduates in December. He wants to get going. Yeah.
Is the new pastor going to be young or old?
The new pastor going to be young or old? We don't know that. Do you have a preference? Do you want to do it? Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, Ben. How old do you have to be a pastor? Okay. John, are you telling me I need to wrap up so that we have lunch? Okay.
We've just got an online question.
So to be a pastor in our denomination, you need to go to college for 4 years first, in most cases, and then you need to do another 4 years after that called graduate school. And during graduate school, you're learning all kinds of stuff about the Bible and teaching and people and all that stuff. You work at a hospital for a little while, and then you also go on your internship. So 8 years after high school. You can start thinking about it now, though, bro. Yeah. John.
All right, we've got an online question. You've kind of worked around this a little bit, but are we looking at only first called candidates, or would we take anyone who has been called and served
Nope.
before?
Anybody.
Anybody.
It's more important to have the right match. Yep. Yeah, Michelle.
Is it possible to have a person place before sabbatical starts, or is that just unrealistic?
It could be possible to have them start before sabbatical. I just don't think the process is going to move that quick. Yeah. It's just long, so many conversations. Tyler, how long was your call committee together getting me? Almost 2 years. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I think it'll go quicker than that because we've clarified that was starting from scratch after not having a pastor for a while. I think we've done a lot of the work. I think we kind of know who we are. Yeah. Somebody else have a? Oh, Becky. An interim will be lined up through the synod talking with our leadership for sabbatical coverage. So that may be one person who's here for those 3 months. It may be somebody who is taking care of all the preaching and somebody else who's doing pastoral care and ASP and VBS and stuff. Like we just don't know. And part of that is it could be somebody like Tracy who is going to be in between calls and they're serving in a parish right now and we don't know that they're going to be out of a. Yeah, so, yeah, Michelle?
Have you ever worked with an associate pastor, or is that going to be a new thing for you?
Yes, my first congregation, I was part of 7, There were 7 ordained pastors that were there at my first call, and then I was lead pastor in Wichita before. Yeah. And then internships, you always work with somebody, so you kind of figure that out. Yeah, yeah. Good. Man, great. Yeah, John. Bob Abrams from the Synod is going to talk to me and our congregation about that in the coming weeks, about how the call committee is selected. Yeah. Yeah. Don't miss a meeting. If you miss a meeting, you might be on the call committee. You know how it works, right? Okay, well, thank you. Those were great questions. I didn't mean to hog all the time. We're still on target for yummy lunch and getting you out of here. But I would like to invite up Chris Thompson, please. He's going to come up and share some money things with you before we jump into conversations with other folks. So thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Not quite sure how to follow up Tinder for Pastors. It was incredible. But here we go. I'm going to talk about a year of giving and your generosity. I've had the last month to work with Lisa, and the thank you that they gave her is probably not enough. She is absolutely amazing, and the amount of my time spending with her and learning what you guys are doing as a congregation already is incredible. So next slide, please. So we're living God's love through action, and we are reflecting our call to serve and give. Next slide, please. So our impact at a glance, so your generosity in action. So we have raised thousands for ministry for local and abroad. We could put a number on it at this time, but I just didn't. I wanted to make it big vision. Like, you guys have met the plan. You guys are here. You're doing what you promised that you would do and that you pledged that you would do. It's incredible the amount of giving that you guys do. And you are truly, truly making a difference in the community. Next slide, please. So where do our gifts go? In the worship and ministry, supporting our services, the pastoral care, faith formation for all ages, the local outreach, giving to Faith Alliance, Family Promise, Cocoon Farm, Reach Out Lakota, Vail Ministry, and other community care organizations. That's just a few. We're not even touching all of the amount of people that you guys are directly affecting in your local community and abroad. And talk about the regional and global missions. You guys know that the Appalachian Service Project, you guys, the time and the efforts that go into it, I call that more regional. But the global, how many folks were here were part of the quilting project? The quilters. And all the time and the effort and that went into it, and the warmth that is bringing others across the globe. So it's incredible. Next slide, please. So, we got to talk about the gift of time. How many of you have volunteered in some way or capacity just within the last month for Lord of Life? See, look around. It's incredible. We can't even count the amount of time that is being donated by you in service of your community and your church. It's absolutely incredible. I think I listed some of those things there, but you can see all the things that we've done and so many more. Next slide, please. So the allocating of our gifts, our giving reflects a strong commitment to serving our neighbors, both near and far, and just, the mission statement Dan just told us was approved, so that's good. Mission spending plan. Next slide, please. And so our work continues. So as we look ahead, this year has been incredible, but the need continues. So looking ahead to the rest of November and December, we continue to trust God and provide as we strive to be His hands and feet in our community. I can't thank you guys enough for what you are already doing and are pledging to do here. And you guys are doing incredible things. And I'm learning, it's been a month, but I'm learning that your guys' generosity is beyond just monetary, but it's in your hours and your time. We were here Thursday night, and I don't think that there was a single space because of Family Promise that there wasn't somebody in or doing something here at the church. It's incredible. So thank you so much. I think that's it. Nope, cheerful giver, threw that in. You can go to that next slide, and thank you, LOL. So,
All right.
take care.
Thank you, Chris. Angie, here she is, y'all.
They're giving me a microphone. Look out. Settle in. No, just kidding. I just wanted to say a few things to add on to that. We have truly just had an amazing year this year, forming our faith and being God's hands and feet in the world. You're lucky that they've only given me a few minutes because truly I could talk through lunch about all the amazing things that are happening around here. And Lowell covered several of them, and Chris covered some. So I thought, we're going to skip a few paragraphs, John. Yeah, see, lucky. We would do a little quiz show on some of the things that we are doing around here, just to bring them home a little bit more. So if I could have the first photo, John. So you see, what's that a picture of? Family Promise. You got it. So how many volunteer hours does it take to make a home for 1 week for our Family Promise families? Anybody have? 150. Good try, Lynn. Bump it up. What was it? 200. Okay, bump it up. Oh, okay, bring it down. All right. What was it? 320. Lower than that. All right. All right. I'll give you a clue. It is over 210 and under 212. 211 for the win, Emma. Yes, absolutely. So that, and truly that is a conservative number, 211 hours. And we did that 5 times last year, which is truly amazing. And that's roughly 39 volunteers each time. So like a good section of people that would make. So it's a huge undertaking for our families. Just this past week, we had 3 families that consisted of 4 adults and 6 children, ranging from a baby to a teenager. And we made a home for them when life was really hard. So what a gift that all of you have given and continue to give. I look forward to that in the future. All right, hit the other one. All right. This is a multiple choice question. What am I doing? A, rest time after a long staff meeting. B, hiding from Lowell in the senior high room. Or C, spending the night for Family Promise. Oh, all right. I was hoping you'd say, yeah, go with A and B, Angie. So look how wonderful it is to spend the night with our families. 9 times out of 10, I get a better night's sleep spending the night here than I do at home. So just one of the ways that you all have contributed to making Family Promise a home here, because having somebody here in case there is a need is very important. All right, 3, John. All right. Roughly, how many meals do we serve at our monthly Stepping Forward meal? Anybody? Oh, Robin. 200, yes. Yeah, it can range. I'll clue you in a second why she might know that. Yes, 200 meals. It can vary. It can be as low as 120, but it can be up to 200. And again, it's a community meal for anyone who needs a hot meal is welcome. And a huge shout out to Kathy Callahan and her faithful sidekick Lee, who for the past 10 years led this monthly effort. So that is something, a huge celebration. This past year. And in addition, we had two people step up, Robin Piper, that's how she knew the answer, and Terry Trent, who are gonna kind of co-lead doing the monthly meal, which is amazing. And we are looking for one or two other people that would be willing to assist them, so we can just keep it rolling. So thank you to Terry and Robin as well. All right, ASP. How many people can go on our annual summer mission trip with the Appalachian Service Project? How many? How many? 150. Ooh, I wish, man. Okay, good guess. Anybody else? How many people can go? 35? Keep going. 200. Oh, man. Good responses. It was a trick question. There is no limit. Anybody can go. Anybody can go to ASP. So this past year, we celebrated that 36 people went and worked under homes, on top of homes, and everything in between to make 3 homes warmer, safer, and drier. So thanks to all that took a whole week to improve the lives of these very wonderful families. We are going next summer, but we're still solidifying a date, and next week we'll have information sheets available, as well as Amanda Spangler and Rebecca Soy, who are our fabulous leaders, will be available if anybody has any questions about what it means to go to ASP and what kind of a commitment that is. So watch out for that. All right, this is a lightning question. Be the first to shout out who's behind the drywall. Who said that? Yay, whoever said Tom Barth won, woo! It was Tom Barth and Annabelle King, yes. So just on a side note, not only do we work hard at ASP, but we have a really fun time and we support each other. And when somebody's getting tired and frustrated, there are others there to make you laugh and to bring you and lift you up. So yay ASP this past year. Okay, some answers. What is the best part of serving at Ticoon Farm? Feeding the animals. Oh, that's a good one. Yes. Anybody else? Oh, back in the back. Oh, the chickens. Huh. Anybody else? Fresh baked scones. Oh, fresh baked scones. Yes. Yeah. And hot coffee. Anything else? All right. We're going to go with, hit it, John.
Ready, Mark, get set, go!
The Great Chicken Race. Who doesn't love that? So thanks to all that went to Ticoon Farm this past year. Serving at Ticoon, if you have never been, is just full of goodness and God's creation and just a place to really refresh your soul. So that was a wonderful part of this year. John, I'm going to skip the next one because I think Lowell kind of covered it. So I'm going to go down to serving. All right. How many people does it take to make Sunday morning happen? Ooh. 30. Ooh, good guess, good guess. Remember, we have 3 services. 36. Grayson. Oh, 100. Not quite that many. 45. Ooh, bump it up just a little bit more. Oh, a little bit down. 50. Okay, I'll help. It's between 52 and 54. 53, yes, and it can that can vary a little bit, but 54 beautiful souls. Not all well-trained and perfect, but willing to serve and welcome all. From our nursery helpers to our Sunday school to junior high and senior high leaders, helpers, and to ushers, coffee makers, and coffee cleaner-uppers, to the technical booth, to our musicians and children's music leader, and our lay assistants, to bread bakers and buyers, and communion setup and cleanup. Wowza, so much on a Sunday morning. So thank you for this past year of all your amazing serving. So this ends the quiz. Again, I could go on and on. Thanks for playing, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts for trusting Lord of Life to walk with you in your faith formation. I don't think my heart started on the smaller Grinch size, but sometimes when I come here and see this community from young to old in the light of Jesus and serving together, I feel like my heart swells like the Grinch's did, just bursting with joy and love of being in this community that loves every day. So thank you for an amazing year. This meeting also challenges us to stretch ourselves in the coming year. My prayer for the new year is that people find the joy of serving together. On the statement of intent, all right, I had it, there you go, that you got in the mail or still is available if you haven't filled it out, it does ask you, it says I/we would like to serve God during Sunday worship, by teaching or helping others grow, or with outreach ministries or programs. I truly hope you prayerfully consider where your gifts might lie. I'm incredibly thankful for those that are faithful servants right now. However, sometimes I worry about them. As much as they find joy in serving, they should also be able to take a Sunday off and to be able to sit in the pew and just soak in worship, because we know how life-fulfilling that can be. So in order to do this, it would be great if you could commit to serving every few months in some capacity. Here is a form. We like our forms. It's also available online that you can pick up that kind of lists a lot of the things that we do around here. There's things behind the scenes, there's things in front of the scenes. There's also a QR code so you can follow it and do it online as well. What is great about our signups is that we send emails or texts for the available opportunities. Just because you put it down here does not mean you are on for every Sunday. You choose what fits in your schedule. It just puts you on a list to get an email or a text. We also have opportunities like the care team that provides meals for those that might be experiencing health concerns, or provide rides for those that have doctor's appointments. And we have the maintenance team, and there's just about anything that your little heart would desire to help with. So I challenge you to do that in the coming year. Also, staff and our leaders, I know this will shock you, are not always perfect. And sometimes we miss that you said you would volunteer, or sometimes our communication system has glitches. So if you think that you signed up for something and we aren't contacting you, please let us know, because sometimes that happens. You think, they're like, oh, I thought I was on that list, and you're not. So let us know, because I do know that you all have amazing hearts to serve and move forward together. So these forms are out on the tables, and they'll be around for several weeks. So please look at them and see what you think. What a year it has been, and I can't wait to move into 2026 with you to do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with God together. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. John Johns, this is our last one. He's the only thing between us and lunch, sort of.
I have 9 minutes, right? Okay, so I didn't actually plan anything because I'm not good at that. So I think what we do musically kind of speaks for itself. And I made a whole video about our ministry, so that's going to take up about 5 minutes of my speaking time. So what I'm going to talk about is our new sound system. Look, I've got my Madonna mic on, very exciting. You can see the new speakers on either side. A couple questions that I know people have had. The speakers that are there are our old speakers, but now they run the organ, which sounds fabulous now. So if you're a 9:30 and 11 o'clock person, you probably haven't heard it yet, but the 8 o'clock people are enjoying it quite a bit. So that's exciting. Maybe I'll play for a second here after I get done talking. Another thing that's been really amazing that I knew would happen, but I didn't realize people would notice it. People can hear so much more clearly that the people who normally have to use assisted listening devices or hearing aids have been able to turn down their hearing aids, understand what's going on in here. I had someone come up to me last week, almost with tears in their eyes, saying how amazing it is to be able to listen and hear everything in worship. I also have some commenting from Cindy Campbell and Mama Jean Mickelson. Is Mama Jean here? I didn't see Mama Jean today. Okay, yesterday was her birthday. Yeah. Let's roll that video.
You're good.
Hey, Lord of Life, family and friends. It's Cindy and Mama Jean here to thank you for your generous donations that allowed the church to purchase and have installed a new sound system. For those of us who have been struggling for years to catch everything that's being said during a service, last Sunday everything was loud and clear, more so than we could have even imagined. So please come and join us to see for yourself. And if you think the sermon is not speaking to you, address that with Pastor Lowell, because it's not the sound system this time. Thank you.
Unedited facts. There we go. All right. So the other big part of what we called sound footing was we did the sound system and the parking lot at the same time. They sound like they don't go together, right? It happens that I work in another capacity in asphalt. Who would have thought? So I spend my like 7 to 8 a.m. period measuring parking lots and getting estimates ready to send on to general contractors. So I was also very invested in this project. I didn't actually have anything to do with it, but I was very excited to see a nice clean coat of asphalt. The rims on my car are happier every morning when we pull in and pull out and don't have to roll over the bumps and dodge the large potholes that used to adorn our space. And the concrete that we've added, the curbs that we've added in front, directs the water so much better. Professional opinion, we had some water issues, and it's really, really helped with all that. It's so exciting. Another little fact, we didn't even address this really during the campaign, but asphalt is almost entirely recyclable. What we usually do when we do a parking lot, we mill off that old asphalt, and remix it with new tar, and put it right back down. So it's one of those resources that it looks really bad on paper until you realize we just use it over and over again. So that's great. Concrete it lasts a lot longer, but asphalt is better for the environment. So except green space is better, but we have to have parking. So I'm gonna roll my video here in a second. And before I do that, I want you to know we didn't all get together and say, oh, let's talk about this and this is the mood we want to set during the meeting. We don't have like a media team where we're like coming up with talking points and trying to make us sound a lot cooler than we are. We're just this cool. Like Lord of Life is just this cool. If you've been to other churches, you know that annual meetings don't always go this smoothly. They are not always celebrations of the year. The questions are not always wholesome and wonderful questions about what our next associate pastor might be like. So this is really a beautiful place. No, it's not. This isn't lip service. This is really who we are. So I'm going to pop over. Oh! I forgot. I had Adam sit over here so that you can hear uninterrupted bass on the sound system. Right? Yeah. I'm not saying it's the most exciting part of the sound system, but I'm not saying it. All right, I'm going to roll my video, and then it'll be time for prayer and lunch. I did talk way too long, didn't I? All right.
I hope this works.
What does it mean to be the church? It's more than a place of worship. It is a promise lived out. A promise to be a force for good in the world, starting right here in our community. The prophet Micah tells us what is required: to do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with our God. This year, because of your hands, your time, and your generosity, we have lived out that call together. We do justice when we move beyond comfort and challenge what is broken. This year, you answered the call to serve. Your financial contributions to support our mission spending plan have gone straight out to ministries here and abroad. Every week, our building is packed with people and groups whose mission is to make the world better. From hosting Family Promise, making quilts for local families and throughout the world through Lutheran World Relief, to supporting our community garden and filling our local pantries with fresh food, and then taking the next step to add non-perishable items through regular food drives, our campus acts as a hub for our growing ministry. From this space, we go out into the community to serve at places like Stepping Forward, Tikkun Farm, Matthew 25, and beyond, proving that when we work together, we can move mountains. We support groups working for peace and equality by partnering with the affirming churches of Butler County, marching in pride parades in Hamilton and Cincinnati, and supporting Vita Eterna Iglesia Luterana. We love kindness when we open our arms and our hearts to every person who walks through our doors. This is where we gather, grow, and grieve as one family. In this community, we celebrate baptisms, first communions, confirmations, weddings, and countless meaningful worship moments, marking new beginnings and deepening faith. We care for those in need of comfort through our prayers, Stephen Ministry, and celebrations of life. Our commitment to the next generation is strong, through visible ministries like the Lord of Life Scholarship, partnering with Lord of Life Christian Preschool, and lifting up interns so they can be ordained into ministry, or less visible activities like showing our youth how to participate in worship and producing Vacation Bible School. Whether it's connecting at a game night, sharing laughter at a summer softball tailgating event, or singing together at Songs and S'mores, every moment of fellowship is an act of kindness made possible by those who share their lives here. We walk humbly when we commit to lifelong learning and the daily work that often goes unseen. It is the steady heartbeat of our community. Our focus on education strengthens the youth participating in Sunday school and retreats, and adults diving into several Bible and book studies. The faithful work of our volunteers ensures we are ready to welcome all. This behind-the-scenes commitment is critical. The media team ensures our online presence reaches those who can't get here in person, and our financial gifts go toward major projects like installing our new sound system, a new sign, refreshing our landscaping, and repaving our parking lot. We share our space humbly, providing a home for AA, Al-Anon, Scout Troops, and Vail Latino Ministry. This daily dedication, this quiet service, is the foundation of everything we achieve. This is not a list of facts. It is a showcase of what happens when a congregation takes the call of service to heart. Every bag filled for the backpack program, every lesson taught in Sunday school, every meal served, every hand extended in comfort, none of it would be possible without your faithful action. We are grateful for the growth and transformation we achieve. As we move forward, how will you continue to do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with us? Whether through the gift of your time as a volunteer or the gift of your treasure through continued financial support, your partnership is vital to the mission of God's church in the world.
You did that. Isn't that amazing? Be in church together, pretty cool. Hey, I know you're hungry. Thank you so much for sticking around today. Thank you for voting. Thanks for all the ways that you make ministry happen here. Let's pray, and then please, John will play us out with a big organ something. Stick around if you want to hear it. But food is ready to go. Please head on back and get through the line. Let's pray. Holy God, we thank you for this day and for all the ways that you're working in our lives. Continue to nourish us with our lunch, with our fellowship, with your goodness. We love you. You are welcome at our table. Amen. Thank you. Adjourned? Motion? Good. Okay.